welcome to another Power Talk with Archana. I have with me Surya Prakash Mohapatra, and today we will be discussing about one of the very relevant topics that we all would want to know about. We have been talking a lot about L&D initiatives. What about the corporates? Let's find out. Hello Surya, how are you doing today?
Hi Archana, I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
So good to have you with us, Surya. Surya, we would want to know, if we have spoken so much about L&D in these past 4 days, we would want to know, as an L&D practitioner yourself, what are your expectations from a corporate today?
Well, that's a great question. Before I talk about my expectations, let's look at a few things which are happening. Today we are in a knowledge economy. We describe the present age as the information age or digital age. And we talk about human capital. So if you look at an organization, if you look at the knowledge economy, the information age, and when you look at people at the workforce as human capital, I think all of this synergize with learning so well.
Yeah.
So corporates now, I think, as a first step, need to look at learning as part of their strategy. Learning has to be the core of their strategy and business planning. If the economy is about knowledge economy, if organizations are learning organizations, so it's absolutely imperative that at the core of their business strategy, they have people, and they have people capability. That's how learning and development becomes a very key component of the strategy. The second expectation that I have is that the learning leader should be part of the CEO's team. He or she should report to the CEO. The third expectation that I have is leaders should be actively involved in the learning process in organizations. They should walk the talk. They should volunteer to facilitate sessions. A concept which is gaining popularity today is managers as teachers. It's a new concept which is becoming popular. Leaders who have got immense amount of experience, who have got their successes and failures in their career, can become great teachers. They need to come forward, and they need to do storytelling. They need to really facilitate leadership development sessions. They need to volunteer to become coaches and mentors. That's a very important expectation that I have. The fourth expectation that I have is managers of employees who are participating in learning programs need to be actively involved in the development of their employees, of their team members. Oftentimes, managers believe development is the responsibility of the L&D team. Well, I think the primary responsibility of development rests with the manager. And the manager has his skin in the game. If the manager is not involved, the manager believes that it's the L&D team which is going to take care of my people. That's a wrong notion. That has to change. The next expectation that I have is leaders need to look at making investments in building capability, bringing in new tools and techniques for learning, driving innovation in learning, in building new capabilities, creating academies for their workforce, absolutely making the right investments in learning and development is a very important expectation that I have. So these are some of my expectations from organizations as a learning practitioner myself.
Great, lovely. Totally love this one, Surya. I think it is very, very important for corporates also to come forward and embrace these points, because it's so very important for everyone to put their best foot forward to make things work and get the ball rolling. I think that's very important. Thank you so much, Surya. Thanks a lot for coming on board and speaking to my audience. This series indeed has been really enlightening, and I'm sure many will benefit out of this and learn out of this. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful life ahead.
Archana, let me tell you that it has been an enriching experience for me to be part of this series. Thank you very much for anchoring this for us. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Absolute pleasure.